Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to our Final Fantasy Brave Exorcist video, and we're going to be talking about 2 units today. Thankfully only 2, right? And I'm going to be showing a build for Akstar and Cleome at the end, like I promised, I think in my previous review, or one of my news videos or something. I promised I was going to show you guys a build because they require a specific build in order to get correct. So stay tuned till the end. I'm going to be showing you guys how to build them and all that kind of good stuff. But first, let's talk about Draconian Princess Fina. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Permanent quad cast, very good. Allows her to get her limit burst up a lot faster, but she also has a grandest ability for that, which we'll be going over very shortly here. So 200% TDH, magic TDH. She has 150% magic true duo, which is okay. 73 times light evoke chaining, bolting strike, which is good. But even better is her limit burst, which is 24 hit, 71 times evoke damage. So you might be saying to yourself, hey, her chaining move is stronger than her limit burst. You may say that, but she also has 250% limit burst damage and 44 crystal grandest ability. On top of that, 150% limit burst damage passive, and as well as 200% bonus stats with Bahamut. So you want to be using her limit burst as her main chaining move, no doubt about it. It's two times less modifier, but she has so many modifiers. She has so many limit burst damage passives and also boosts that allows her to overcome the chaining. So the only reason why you would ever want to do bolting strike is if you have no one else to chain light bolting strike with. Then yeah, you can do that. But you really want to be using a dupe with this. She's not really that great for dark visions unless, like, again, you have a team of light bolting strike chainers for magic. So there's that. And also she has 230% Evo magic, which is pretty good for most of you guys who may not have Terra, for example. Pretty good. I want to speak about that very shortly because there's something going on. It was brought to my attention. I had no idea this was even going on, but we're going to be talking about something very shortly here with Terra and this unit. So she has ways of increasing her evoke gauge and limit burst gauge. She also has the Bahamut zone effect in her brave shift form only, by the way. Only in her brave shift form, not in her normal form. It'd be so much better if it was in normal form too. She has it's a light magic damage boost by 20%, and you would know that if you watch my all the zone effect listing. I listed this as well. So there's some negatives here. One of the biggest crutches for her is that no infinite turns, unfortunately. No 6 times cap, so no need for true dual, but you can still make her true dual because with Realm, and if you equip 2 rods, I think you can edge out a little bit more damage, or 2 of Terra's STMRs. But again, why would you put them on her when you should be putting them on Terra? So 2 rods probably might edge out a little bit more damage, but you're not going to get that juicy 6,000 magic if you go true dual wield. I don't think it's possible to get 6,000 magic. It might be possible in global. There might be some kind of weird thing going on, some kind of unique item that allows her to get to that, maybe. And one of the biggest problems with her in terms of damage is that her Bahamut summon effect is basically wasted because she only has a certain number of turns in her brave shift form, no infinite turns like I mentioned. So limited time, so one of them has to use the summon and the other one's not gonna be able to do very much. It's just like if she had infinite turns, the Bahamut summon would be like, you'd be using that all the time, and it wouldn't matter if you didn't do damage for 1 turn because you'd be able to do more damage in the long term. Because if you have infinite turns, you keep churning out the damage. Not going to be possible, and you're going to be stuck with 2 turns. You're going to be stuck with her somewhat mediocre normal form. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not like Infernal Fire Rain's normal form. No, not even close. Hers is better than that. But at the same time, it's just like, no, your damage is going to be a lot lower. It's like a roller coaster. You're up here right now in her brave shift form with her limit burst, and you go down like this. So I just want to mention something very quickly that was brought to my attention. There's someone who's trying to be a new YouTuber, I can understand being a small YouTuber and trying to make a name for yourself, but this is not the way to do it. Comparing this unit here, a chainer, to a finisher with Terra. They're not. It's like comparing apples and oranges. You just don't do it. Terra is a finisher. Yes, you can chain in her normal form, and yes, you can chain in her brave shift form. But who's using that? There's literally no one's gonna be using that stuff. You bring Terra for her finishing capabilities, and you're bringing Fina for her chaining capabilities. Now, comparing a chainer and a finisher, just it doesn't make any sense. It's like it hurts my head even thinking about that kind of don't do it. So if you ever think to yourself, hey, should I compare a finisher versus a chainer? Just don't. Just drop it. Just drop it. Drop that idea in the trash where it belongs. And yeah. So there was someone who's making misinformation, basically saying that this unit can be stronger than Terra, which doesn't make any sense because, like I said, finisher, chainer, no. Just no. You just don't do it. So there's that. I just wanted to point that out very quickly. If you guys saw that Reddit thread, just disregard that. It's all complete misinformation, garbage. Throw it in the trash and move on with your life. And I'm usually not the kind of person. Usually I just stick to myself, but I just had to speak up because I do not like misinformation. I will always tell you guys the truth of everything. So yeah, I don't like misinformation. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is misinformation and things thrown around. There may be some things on my channel that I may get wrong, but only because data mining issues, like if something's not parsed correctly, and I'm just like, and I'll always put like a question mark next to it if I'm not sure, or I'll tell you guys like, I'm not sure if this works properly or not. That's probably the only thing that's going to come from me. But to outright say that this unit is stronger than Terra is complete garbage, and don't listen to that. Anyways, so my score is going to be giving her an 8.5 out of 10. She would have gotten a 9 if she could stay in a brave shift form completely, permanently. But she will be very useful for a certain number of trials here, including Bahamut and Ashura. So if you haven't completed those trials, this is like an easy way to complete those. Anyways, moving on to Cleome and Cleostar. So remember guys, stay tuned to the very end to see a build. See my specific build that I came up with. So there, anyways. Infinite turns, 200% TDH, which I'll be talking about very shortly, that it doesn't matter. Ice element, and also dark element attacks, and also ice element and dark element boosts. 150% AoE human killer, which is very good for physical magical, very good to bring for dark visions, of course. They are limit burst tag attack in their normal form, and in their brave shift form they're more of a finisher. Their limit burst is more to set them up because it doesn't do a katana in peril. And also they do a tag attack in their brave shift form, but you're not really in the brave shift form, you're not really there for chaining too much. One of their cooldowns boosts their finisher modifier up by a certain number of turns. I think it's like 3 turns. Well, first turn is a huge amount of modifiers, second turn is a huge amount of modifiers, third turn is the biggest amount of modifiers, and you're ready to hit. 50% demon killer and also 200% human killer passives. Human killer, of course, the more important thing, but demon killer also decent. The only negative thing, and honestly this is the only thing I could ever think of that would be negative, because otherwise they're basically perfect at what they can do. Their finisher can't be in their used in their triple cast, so there's specific build that's required, which I'll be showing you, like I mentioned, that we can get around that. So yeah, very easy to use Dark Vision's finisher. I'm going to be giving them a 9 out of 10. Very good. If you have any other finishers like Terra or any other kind of physical finisher, though, you can be pretty much skip them. But if you have nothing in that regard and you want to start hitting, hitting big in Dark Visions with their finisher, I'm still using them in Dark Visions, definitely. I'm sure eventually there'll be a stronger one, but they're very easy to use. They only really need to use their cooldown for 1 turn, and their modifier is high enough to usually cap the score. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for that. Now let's get into showing you guys how to build them. So hope you guys stayed to this part of the video here so that you'll be rewarded with a showing of the build here. So as you can see here, we made them dual wield. Yes, that's right. We made them 200% true dual, as you can see here. we're completely ignoring the TDH portion because, like, again, you cannot use their dual cast or their triple cast. I keep saying dual cast. You cannot use this move here with this move here, which was the biggest prize. This is their finisher. So this is their dual build. You don't have to exact build like this, but just see, I even have spots here, and you really don't need their Bloom Burst at 300. It's part of their build if you're not using them for Dark Visions, but if you're using them for Dark Visions, you're not even using them in Bloom Burst. All you're doing for Dark Visions is you're using their triple cast, and you're going to be going to use a certain amount of cooldowns here, and you're going to be using this and this, unless you don't need to use this. But this is the most important. This is the one that gives the modifier buffs. This is the most important one to use in Dark Visions, because it gives on turn 3, but on turn 1 it still gives a good amount of Bloom Burst. So let's show off a little bit of the damage here. Alright, let's show you guys how we should do it here. So first of all, this could be any unit that would help with imperils or anything of the sort. They can do their own, but I just feel like this is just better this way, just so that they don't have to do that. But of course, like I mentioned, you could do it this way, and then the only thing that matters is that last cooldown we just used. These don't matter. We're just gonna actually even show you. So we're just gonna defend with them. We're just defending. So first turn. Now their modifier will be boosted. Like you can see, they activated that. And now let's shift over so that we can use Wind Boost, and then Wind Imperil or Wind Imbue, and then the rest doesn't matter. The last one doesn't matter. The last one doesn't do anything important for this particular situation. And you could use any chainer, it doesn't matter. We could use 3-star chainers if we wanted to, but I don't have any of those, so we're just going to use this. The main thing here, like I said, since you're dual wielding them, you're going to be hitting twice. So you want to prepare for that. You want to not do it at the very end. You want to do it kind of in the middle. See, like I said right there, you want to kind of do it in the middle because it's going to be able to fit in both. That one unfortunately did not. A little laggy. But even then, wow, that's a lot of damage there, guys. So again, we'll be doing the same exact thing here. Good thing that dual has that old mechanic where you can hit twice, right? If you just use one ability, because if that wasn't going to be the case anymore, this build would not be possible. This would not even be close to being possible. So let's get into it again. And I think our damage should be a little bit higher. It might vary. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think our damage jumped up quite a bit there, guys. I think our damage jumped up quite a bit. A little bit, you know how it is. Now it's going to be back to normal because their modifiers are gone, but that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage there, guys. Just saying. And for the... yeah. So our damage is probably going to be a lot less. Yeah, because their modifiers are gone. But you guys get the idea. That's about it. That's about all I wanted to show you guys. Just make sure you're dual wielding them. Completely forget about that they are 200% TDH. Completely worthless. You want to make them dual wield. Make them dual wield, guys. Once again, I'll show you guys the build one more time. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like the video. And if you hit that notification bell, and if you watch all the way to the end of this video, make sure to type in hashtag Cleostar. Hashtag Cleostar will be the keyword for the ending of this video. Thank you guys for watching. This is another reason why I said this vision card is very good, by the way. Makes them true to much easier. And again, guys, this could be anything. I even have an open, so I just so you guys could understand that this doesn't matter. Using their TMR is fine. Don't use their STMR though. Their STMR is much better than other units, except not their own, which is funny. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the very next video. Peace. I'm out.